Are we up? Are we good? Doop-a-doop-doop-doop. Doop-a-doop-doop-doop. Let me know when it's actually gone live, Tom. What the hell? We're good? All right. And it's actually live now? Okay. Great. So, why is it not? There it is. Spectacular. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for making it through the snow here. For anyone online, it's been, it feels like a white Christmas, basically. It's quite intense outside, but thank you guys for making it. Sorry, give me just, there we go. And sorry, just 1 second here. And spectacular. Okay. So, welcome to day 2. 32 hours remain of our boot camp. All right. Let's see we have a much smaller crowd this morning, probably because of the snow and because people are like, I don't need to go to the intro session. But you know, people should listen to my advice. There's a reason. Is anyone here today that was not here yesterday? Everyone's one person. 2 people. All right. Cool. So I'll do a little bit of review, but I won't spend a huge amount of time on it in terms of, you know, a lot of the general stuff we covered yesterday. But one thing I do want to make sure of is, even if you were here yesterday, please make sure to do the sign-in form, that QR code we have to scan. That is because we need to track the people that came for each day, just because, you know, the venue, if something breaks, they need to be able to contact people. Do you know what happened? Do you know how we can fix it? All this kind of stuff. And it also is helpful for us to see how many people came on each day to figure out, okay, maybe it was one day more useful than other days, these kinds of things. So please make sure to scan the QR code. If you have not, we're going to ask that every day. All right, I keep forgetting to update that. But for those of you who are not here previously, just to set expectations, we are not experts in this stuff. We use these things in our daily work lives, but we have not necessarily written books on this kind of stuff. So be sure to check and test everything that you learn, but you should be doing that anyway as part of your normal work. Make sure that stuff works the way you expect it to, and make sure that there are no surprises. So yesterday I mentioned that this is going to be hard. Yesterday was the easiest day. Today it's going to be significantly harder, so be ready for that, okay? We're going to dive much deeper into things. And again, we're going to just cover kind of getting you familiar with stuff, not necessarily having you memorize and be able to do each thing at the drop of a hat. Granted, I don't even know if that's a saying anymore. We do recommend that you review. Who actually reviewed stuff last night? Oh. Okay, good. I got a few people. I also recommend collaborating, like make friends with people here. They can help you learn stuff more effectively. Also, like teaching other people and helping other people helps you remember the knowledge better. So make sure to do that. And always ask for help. We didn't really see anyone ask for help on Discord last night, which was a little surprising. Either we did a good job or no one was paying attention or something. I don't know. But don't be afraid to ask for help. We do have a Code Help channel on the Discord. So here's the reason that I asked people to come in this morning. Who remembers from yesterday, what is a server? You didn't expect a pop quiz, did you?
Anything that serves.
Anything that serves, perfect. Yeah, so yesterday we had the example of, like, you know, a server at a restaurant, like an actual rack server, and then like an Android phone. All of these can act as servers, right? How does HTTP work? An approximate answer is okay, because I know we didn't go into extreme detail. Oh, guys, come on. You're going to make Dennis so sad. Anyone remember? All right, better question. What is HTTP? Protocol. Protocol for what? transferring. Yeah. Yep. So good combination here. It is a protocol for transferring hypertext, and it is a request response, a transactional protocol. I don't know why I'm, yeah. So yes, that is absolutely correct. And HTTP is just text, right? Or hypertext, I guess. So that's going to be, you're going to learn a little bit more about the HTTP protocol in today's session. So it's important that you have that foundational knowledge. I don't remember if we explicitly covered this yesterday, but you're going to need to understand this today. What is a URL? And it's okay if no one guesses because we didn't explicitly cover it yesterday. A web address. What parts? Can you describe some parts of the URL? Yep. Sure. Yeah. So www.domain.com. Yeah. So a URL, the first part, the HTTP:// right? That's the protocol, exactly. And then you have the domain, the host name, right? And then you have slash, and then a bunch of stuff, right? That slash onward is a path, okay? And we're going to talk a lot about paths today, towards the end of today, okay? So it's important to remember, you know, protocol, domain, path, because we're going to focus a lot on the path part today. We're also going to talk about HTTP verbs. I didn't catch this part of Dennis's presentation yesterday, and I've been looking at so many presentations, I can't remember what is and is not covered. Did we cover HTTP verbs yesterday? A little bit? Okay, can someone tell me what some of the verbs are?
Get, post, delete, upgrade, get,
Get, post, delete, upgrade, yes, for WebSockets, but you guys aren't going to use that specifically. Not update. Update is an operation, but it's not a verb. Patch. Yep. Very good. One options. Yep. There's one more important one I'm looking for. Put. Excellent. Okay, you're going to go over those today as well. When we get to the REST design section, we're going to go over that stuff. Okay, so make sure to review this during downtime if you're not familiar. Also, good job paying attention yesterday, guys. I see Dennis smiling back there. And then I don't. Why did I put like? How are you supposed to answer that? How does actually no. Okay, how does the server work? From the session I did yesterday. My expectations are high. So you start up the server, and what does it try to do? You listen to ports. Yeah. Ooh. All right, guys. And then once it's listening on that port, let's say someone connects to it, gets request and gives response. Excellent. Okay. Perfect. This is all information that you're going to need to know for today's sessions. Okay. If you're a little shaky on this stuff, take some time during any downtime you have today to review it. Okay. Especially when we get to the REST session later today. That stuff's going to be pretty important. If you don't have a solid foundation in that stuff, you're going to get lost. Okay. So make sure to review this stuff. The database stuff, you can pretty much go in blank. We're going to start from basic principles on the database side of things. Okay. So also, great job, guys. That was a lot smoother than I expected it to be. So what you'll leave with today is we're going to go over how to develop portable applications, right? Because in the past, there were times where, you know, you would deploy the application to wherever it's supposed to be deployed to, a server or the client's computer, and it would break. And the developer would just say, works on my computer. And then everyone would get upset at them. And it's like, are we going to ship your computer to the customer? No, we're not going to do that. Make it work on the target environment. So we're going to talk about portable applications so that the works on my computer problem is not a problem. Okay, we're going to go over databases. That's a big critical part of servers that we did not cover yesterday. We're also going to talk about data efficiency. Like once you set up a database, how do you actually make it perform well? How do you handle not just 100 users, but 100,000 users? Okay. We're going to go over API design because yesterday when we built our server, it didn't actually do anything, right? We just got something that could listen on a port. And then we're going to go over some application architecture. Yesterday, we talked about, most of the time you'll be fixing existing code. So making sure that the original system has a good architecture, making it easy to update and fix, that's going to be important. So it's a short session today, but it is important and it is useful to pay attention so that later when you or someone else is fixing the systems you built, it's much easier to do. All right, so here is today's schedule. I was gonna do like highlight sessions, but everything is important. Today, I'm hoping, if time permits, it's going to be much more hands-on today. Okay, you're going to be doing a lot more building. Okay, so it's going to be a bit of a struggle, but we're going to have people running around trying to help you out. Okay, we're going to have some example code that you guys can reference here and there. Okay, and like I said, today is going to be the hard day. So in pretty much every session except pretty much every session is going to have a hands-on component. So be ready for that. It's going to be rough. But we will have code snippets for you guys to reference. We have some already. We have some in like a final version. I have to chop it up into small pieces. I'm going to be working on that throughout the day for you guys. But it's going to be quite busy. Does everyone have Docker Desktop or Rancher Desktop installed? Yes? Or better question, who does not have it installed yet? Okay, I'm going to help you with that. Does anyone else not have it installed yet? Okay, you too? All right. So after we finish here, because we're going to finish here in just a minute or two, I'm going to run up and help you guys get that stuff installed. The difference between them is not a huge deal. Docker Desktop just has a little bit of a licensing issue. If you're going to use it at a company of more than 30 people, you're supposed to be paying for it. Rancher Desktop does not have that, but if you're just using it for personal use, it does not matter. And yeah, any questions before we get started for today? Are there any questions people came up with last night while reviewing things? Really? Does everyone's servers from yesterday still run? Great. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming early and getting everything set up for yourselves. Do make sure that your Docker installation stuff is all set up properly. Make sure you have it up and running, because if we need to spend time making sure that your Docker desktop and your Rancher desktop are installed properly, we're going to run out of time today. Okay, so make sure you got all that set up. It's going to be quite important for today. Beyond that, thank you for coming. And if you're not in our Discord already, you can use this QR code to get to it on your phone, or you can just type that link into your browser to get to it on your notebook. We will use big thing. If you leave and come back in, we set up a new channel in Discord called Doorbell. Okay, so if you just send a message in there, we are constantly watching that to make sure to send someone to open the door. Most of the time, someone should be at the door watching for when someone comes in, so you shouldn't need to. But if for some reason someone is not watching the door, just send a message in Doorbell, and someone will run over and let you in. Sound good? All right. Anything else before we get started today? All right, guys. If you run into any issues or have any questions, just grab one of the volunteers and let us know, and we'll get you all set up. Thank you, everyone.